Well, Bobby, this game might come down to the very ground on which I'm standing.
With signing day 2018 in the books, time to get a look at what 2019 holds.
Thanks, Andrew. As you said, I'm here with Wolverine head coach Brian Pratt. Only his second year at the program, only the program's second year of existence, and yet here they sit at 9-0 and looking for a conference title. While the Arkansas softball team has found nearly unprecedented success on the field this season, the fun really starts here in the front of the dugout. Fayetteville and Bryan are each coming off big emotional victories in week one. The Bulldogs took down one of the top teams in Missouri in a come-from-behind victory, while the Hornets held off arch-rival Benton in the annual Salt Bowl.
Arkansas basketball picked up another road win last night, and that means something, even if it was against a struggling Ole Miss team.
What was at first a down mood in the locker room quickly turned to talk of bracketology and Selection Sunday as this Hog team is ready to get going in the NCAA tournament. From the Scott Trade Center in St. Louis, Tyler Cass, 5 News Sports. There's no denying the recent struggles of the Arkansas football program. There was certainly success to be found in Arkansas athletics under Jeff Long. One of the bright spots was the man he hired to bring back the Arkansas basketball team.
Racing fans dream of kissing the bricks here in Indianapolis. For the Syracuse Orange women, it's a dream of raising the trophy.
Of course, for many Razorback fans, the only success that matters is on the football field, and perhaps not even that could have saved Jeff Long's job. After a weekend filled with police reports, speculation, and rumors, Arkansas football head coach Brett Bielema finally addressed the media and the elephant in the room.
Syracuse men's basketball is in the middle of a 9-day break, thanks to what Jim Boeheim called horrific and stupid ACC scheduling. So here's the rest of that stupid schedule.
It's come to the point where Arkansas fans pretty much know what to expect from the Southwest Classic. It's going to be at Cowboy Stadium, it's going to be the Hogs and the Aggies, and the Razorbacks are going to find some way to break your heart at the end. On a windy Thursday in May, a lot of high schoolers you may be used to seeing with a football in their hands traded in for something different. They've played the NWA Championship 10 times now here at Pinnacle Country Club, and 8 different women have taken home the trophy. Of those 8, only 1 has been an American, Stacy Lewis. In Rogers, live from Prairie Grove. In St. Louis, from Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi, from War Memorial Stadium. Live in Fayetteville for 5 News Sports, I'm Tyler Cass.
After a sizzling start to the season, Arkansas basketball has certainly taken its lumps in SEC play. Back-to-back road losses had the Hogs on the ropes, but Bud Walton cures all. The winter feels almost never-ending at times, but one sign of spring is on the way. Arkansas baseball opens up their season this weekend with the Diamond Hogs playing host to Bucknell. The last game at Baum Stadium ended in heartbreak as Missouri State dogpiled on the mound. Needless to say, the Razorbacks are excited to get the new season rolling.
And it's too early in the season for Syracuse lacrosse to really need to win any games, but it's nice. The Orange went into Charlottesville looking to stay undefeated and open ACC play on a high note. We'll have highlights and the final score. Mercyhurst, you say? Mercyhurst. Why'd it have to be Mercyhurst? Of course it's Mercyhurst. Who else would Syracuse have to take down looking for the first conference title ever? And they got it going early. Stephanie Grassi puts the Orange up 1-0 in the early going. Wasn't going to be that easy, though. Mercyhurst power play goal to tie it, and then a second power play goal, that one by Sarah Hine, puts Mercyhurst on top 2-1, and then a mistake there. Basically an empty netter. Rachel Smith, 45 seconds into the third period, SU down 2 in the final going. Under 3 minutes, though, they'd make it interesting. Allie Monroe brings Syracuse back within 1. It's 3-2. Mercyhurst still on top. 30 seconds left, and Alicia Burris buries it into the back of the net. Syracuse going to overtime for the second time in as many days. Last time it was 3 overtimes against Penn State. This one, though, it would stay at 1. No miracle for the Orange. Jenna Dingledine finds the back of the net. Mercyhurst wins 4-3. Before every Farmington basketball practice, the court is empty, except for Matthew Wilson, a ball, and a distinct set of sounds. In a region known for high school basketball palaces, Huntsville High School's gym is somewhat quieter, more unassuming. But what happens inside has a large impact on the little town. While the Arkansas softball team has found nearly unprecedented success on the field this season, the fun really starts here in the front of the dugout.
I mean, this is literally probably the most fun team I've ever played for.
They have a lot of fun. And once you get in the dugout, you just feel so much at home. Obviously, we do some crazy stuff in there to help keep each other up.
The hijinks start with sophomores Allie Monzo and Autumn Storms, who, in the midst of a historic season for the program, have become a must-watch duo in their own way.
Yeah, me and Allie have always had this just really energetic vibe between the two of us, and once we got down to the end of the dugout together, I think it really just helped us like feed off of each other.
This game's supposed to be fun. We're just taking it like we were 10 years old playing the game. It's the same game. It's just at a different level, and I mean, we're going to have as much fun as we can.
Whether it's backwards jerseys or popsicle sticks in the visor, there's something greater at work here.
I'm very superstitious. If it starts working, it stays there and it doesn't change. Now, if we have a bad inning, say we don't get that many runs, or say our hitters just aren't doing that well, we'll switch it up, make it better.
The rest of the team feels perhaps a more tangible effect.
It's not entertainment as much as it just keeps our dugout in it. It keeps our our team in it, and it's just such good energy. And everyone just feeds off that, and it fuels everyone around them to just, you know, be hype and have energy.
Playing against SEC teams sometimes can get really intense, and I think that makes me less tense in the circle, knowing that they're not putting all this pressure on me and really keeping it lighthearted.
We don't care how weird we look. We don't care what it takes. We're gonna keep doing it.
Whether it's on the field or in the dugout, this is an Arkansas team that just keeps winning and has a lot of fun doing it. From Bogle Park in Fayetteville, Tyler Cass, 5 News Sports.
5 News Sports' Tyler Cass takes a look.
When you talk about college baseball in the state of Arkansas, the UA Fort Smith Lions are very aware that you're not talking about them. But maybe you should be.
45 minutes up the hill is Baum Stadium, where everyone's an Arkansas fan. I really think they're missing a big thing down here in Fort Smith.
It is kind of a chip on our shoulder.
No one really didn't care too much about Arkansas Fort Smith, but I think now that we're starting to get a little bit of hype, and I think it's really good for the city. I think it's good for the university. I think it's good for everybody.
The Lions are the 25th ranked team in Division II and, for the first time in program history, earned the top rank in the South Central region, putting them in line to host Fort Smith's first ever NCAA regional.
I can't even say. I think that'd be huge for Fort Smith in general. It's never happened. I think that for us, it would just be an honor.
Despite being the top team in the region, the squad still plays with the spirit of the underdog.
We probably don't have as much talent as some of the others out there that are nationally and regionally ranked. And they show up to the park and they're like, man, how does this team good? How do they beat us? And we love that. That's what we're like the 150-pound fighter that takes down the 300-pound behemoth. We love it. We just keep nipping at your heels until you fall.
1, 2, 3, beat it. 4 games remain before the Lions take on the postseason for the second year in a row, where they'll look to gain respect the only way they know how, by winning baseball games. In Fort Smith, Tyler Cass, 5 News Sports. Watch a Bentonville softball practice, and you'll notice there's a certain discipline and structure to everything. Throw! That's very much by design.
You have to have a routine and you have to have fundamentals, and because when you get in pressure situations, you always come back to what you do on a daily basis.
After winning the school's first softball state championship last year, the team finds themselves in those pressure situations more and more.
Everyone's out to get us now, kind of, and we won last year, so now we're kind of the team to beat, and so it puts a lot more pressure on us.
Everyone has all these high expectations for us because last year we came out and won, so they expect us to do it again.
Having been there before can at times be a sort of double-edged sword, but the experience does have its benefits.
It does help in these situations knowing that you have been there, but then again, there's also added pressure on top of that, and that's something that we've tried to mentally prepare for all season long.
I think it helps with the nerves, because you know what to expect now, but at the same time, we go out every game and we have to play like it's our last.
Of course, with the state tournament starting this weekend, every game truly might be their last.
Every team ends their season with a loss. And so, there's only going to be one team out of our division that doesn't, and we just hope it's us.
But whether it's at Bentonville, Fayetteville, or Bogle Park, you can count on that same structured, winning routine.
It makes you feel comfortable because it is your routine, and so every place feels like home.
The Tigers will play the winner of Conway and Bentonville West Friday in the state tournament. In Bentonville, Tyler Cass, 5 News Sports.
Never good to lose your starting running back. It's even worse for that to happen the week before the playoffs start. But Bentonville took that shot to the guts and responded with a nice 1-2 combo. 5 News Sports' Tyler Cass takes a closer look.
It was basically a sad day.
When Easton went down, it was the saddest thing, man. I still wish he was here.
Bentonville star running back and senior leader Easton Miller was lost to a season-ending injury during the Bentonville West game, but he hasn't been absent from the team during their playoff run.
Easton's one of our leaders, and just basically turned his role into helping those young backs and coaching them up, and he's with them and in the film room with them.
Bentonville has turned to a sophomore to fill the role.
Well, Preston Crawford's got a chance to be real special at this game, and we've known that since he was a 8th grader in our district. So we're excited that he's getting the opportunity now to get some carries.
Of course, those carries are coming at the most important time of the year.
I was pretty nervous because it was basically my first start on varsity. After my first run, I was like, okay, I'm back to my old self.
Crawford rushed for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns in the semifinal win over Bryant, but he wasn't the only Tiger back to score.
It feels amazing to actually continue to start off playing the actual game as a running back.
That's senior Joey Escamilla, who started the season on the scout team.
It feels amazing. Like scout team, it was cool and all, but now since I got an opportunity to show out, then I can.
While the loss of Miller was an emotional one, the Tigers are excited that everyone, from scout team to sophomore, has stepped up.
Preston is showing up, putting in work, scoring touchdowns. He's looking amazing out there. It's amazing when you see him play.
Everybody knew me and Joe had to step up.
Bentonville takes on North Little Rock Saturday for the state championship. For 5 News Sports, I'm Tyler Cass.